Welcome back to Sarah Straight Up, where we skip the fluff and talk about real journeys, business, purpose, and everything in between. Today, I'm absolutely delighted to be joined by somebody who's redefining beauty in Dubai and beyond. She's an American board-certified dermatologist, a UAE national, and the founder of Beyond Skin Clinic. She started her career in the corporate world and had a calling in aesthetics and medicine. Dr. Afaq Al Mashhari, it's absolutely delightful to have you here today. You're not just about treatments and trends, you're about honesty, you're about accuracy, you're about empowering those who come to you and make sure they look and feel their best. So we're going to have a deep dive into what you do, and you can educate our audience about your journey. So let me kick off by saying that you trained in the USA, as I understand, and you worked at a huge corporate, KPMG, and then you shifted into the world of medicine and aesthetics, so it's quite a pivot, right? What made you do that? How did you choose your path?
Well, actually, I graduated from medical school here in the UAE. Then I did my residency program as well here. From there, I moved to the US to do my postgraduate for 4 years. During that time, I was increasingly interested in the management aspect of healthcare. So what I did a master in quality management in healthcare. So that took me to work for KPMG. But I realized after that my true passion is medicine. So I went back to medicine and I opened my clinic.
That's fantastic. And it's really great that you followed your passion. Tell us, or tell our viewers, was there any kind of defining moment when you thought, no, I really need to follow this passion, I need to open my clinic, I need to be part of that? Was there a trigger?
Yes, that was during my training. I felt like whenever we treat someone, they feel more confident, they feel more happy. So I thought like, this is what I want to do for my life.
And your background in corporate, did that have a bearing on how you run the clinic or your attitude towards the business?
Of course, working at KPMG helped me to think beyond medicine. I learned strategy, I learned management, I learned how successful businesses operate. So that helped me to build my clinic as a sustainable brand, not only as a medical practice.
I think you have a great story, and recently we've had the celebration of Emirati Women's Day, and you're certainly in your field one of the Emirati women who are pioneering and leading and paving the path for others. But let's talk real talk. It can't have been always easy. There's a shift when you go into, from medicine into entrepreneurship. Businesses have their ups and downs. And, we like our viewers to know the real story. What was the hardest part of you opening up your own clinic?
The hardest part, of course, is doing everything from scratch. I had to do everything. I didn't have a big team. I didn't have investors. It was only me and my passion and my determination. So it's not easy. Yeah.
You've got to have a lot of determination. A lot of great things go wrong. You've got to just fix it and just be on top of things, right? And it takes a certain soul, I know as well, being a fellow entrepreneur. But I think, like yourself, if you just keep going at it, it kind of works out. And you have a belief in what you're doing.
Of course,
and do it with integrity. Tell our viewers something you'd like them to know about the behind the scenes of running a clinic that people won't necessarily know. And I say that because we see all the glam and we see all the results. What's the reality behind closed doors?
Well, usually people see the glam and the polished picture of running a business or running a clinic. They see the results, the social media. They don't see the hard work behind that, the responsibilities, the managing staff, making sure quality, maintaining quality, making sure about patient safety. All of that takes a lot of responsibility.
How would you say you differentiate yourself? Now, Dubai is a place that's known for, its beauty, its perfection. Everybody wants to look great. And we have many clinics. We're saturated. How do you differentiate yourself in your clinic, and what's your USP?
Having so many clinics is a true challenge. It makes you work harder to show that you are different. For me, my differentiation is connecting directly to my patients, guiding them personally. I'm not only about selling treatments. It's all about guiding my patients to achieve what they want to achieve.
And that's what I like about your background, I like about your clinic, and having done some kind of research into what you do. You're not just another beauty clinic, you actually care, and you're not there just as someone comes in and says, completely change me. You will give them the reality of what they should or shouldn't be doing and why it's good or bad, and then it's up to them. Why is it so important for you to ensure that your brand centers around integrity and not just quick fixes?
Well, at the end of the day, we are physicians. Everything we do needs to be under integrity and good practice. Because we are dealing with humans, we are dealing with their health and well-being. So it's important for me to deliver quality healthcare.
Probably a bit off script, but we've had recent incidents where, people have not been licensed, they've been caught out. What's your view or your opinion or what you'd want to tell somebody who's considering but wants to maybe get something cheaper and therefore they go maybe to somewhere where they shouldn't be going? What are the pitfalls? What should we be looking out for?
Well, we see all sort of complications in the clinics from these sorts of treatments. Those people sometimes might inject you with products that are not approved or not original or can cause complications for you. This is one thing. They are not trained to inject. They are not trained to deal with the complications. So we see all kinds of complications in these cases.
So it's not just as simple as, I'm going to use something and make you look great. You need to know what you're putting into someone, how you're putting that in.
Exactly.
There's a lot that goes in, right?
Exactly.
And I think someone who just turns up to the clinic doesn't always appreciate that. I've done a lot of reading, and it's a lot about the technique as well that's used by experienced physicians.
The face is full of nerves and blood vessels, and it's very tricky. It's not that easy. Doctors are trained to do that.
Absolutely. Okay, aesthetics often or can be labelled as somebody being vain or pretentious, be real, be yourself, why do you need it? How do you change that narrative around with your patients, or what's your view?
I think most people know now it is not a luxury. It's part of your confidence, well-being. Whenever you feel comfortable in your own skin, you will boost your self-confidence.
And what does the term beyond skin mean to you?
Well, beyond skin means beyond the appearance. It means treating the actual problems, not only just fast fix.
You're a UAE national. You're in a male-dominated industry, and alhamdulillah, mashallah, you're doing very, very well. You're up against international brands, you're up against international clinics. How has that background shaped your journey?
It made me work double, and it gave me a different voice in the industry. I'm happy for that.
Do you think there's a particular responsibility you have, those of you who have already kind of established and are paving the way for the future generations of Emirati women coming forward? What do you think you owe, or what responsibility do you feel to the next generation?
Well, I feel like I want to show that Emirati woman is capable of leading in the science and in business.
It absolutely is, because we have an example here. Do you think there's a pressure on women generally to just do it all? You have a family, you have culture, you have a profession. There's a lot that goes on. Or do you just think, I don't have that mindset, I just get on with my day?
Well, there is a pressure, but the thing is we have also the support from the government, from the family. So I think we are privileged.
I think it's a country that a lot of countries can learn from, and the way that people are encouraged. And, a recent event I was at, they said, we give you wings to fly. And I think that can't be truer than in the Emirates. And you see the success stories of Emirati women doing so well. Okay. A lot of people come, and they must come to you, I guess, with pictures. I want to look like J-Lo, I want to look like, whichever actress or singer it might be. I want this skin, I want this treatment, I want my face to be pulled. How do you manage the expectation of someone who's very naive? They've come into your clinic the first time in, and they just think they're going to get a glow up where they leave looking like a Hollywood actress.
Well, by education. I educate them. I explain for them realistically the expectations of any treatment, and they understand.
And do you have a particular way of dealing, or do you have to have difficult conversations sometimes with people, like, you can't quite get there, or there's a lot of care you need to take yourself, or?
Yeah, sometimes some people are like stubborn. They want that thing, so I can't achieve such things. Like they can go to someone else to do for them these things, because sometimes you can't change people, right? So I deal with it like I explain. I if they understand, that's good.
No, it's really refreshing to hear that you would rather not work on someone than do something that you think is detrimental or not achievable for them.
Yes.
Because I think sometimes there's a myth that doctors or clinics or people in aesthetics will just do anything or everything someone's asked them to do for the money. That's not true.
Well, some people can do that, but I don't do that. I always check the patient, and at the end of the day, they are patients. I don't like calling them as clients or as like they are. At the end of the day, they are patients. So I need to check if this treatment that they are asking for is good for them or not. Is it gonna give them the results they want to achieve or not? And I'm frank, and I tell them the truth.
What's one skincare myth that you wish people would stop believing?
The more, the better.
Do you mean, like, we hear about all these kind of, skincare routines? I'm guilty. 12 things on my face and I think I'm going to shine. Is that not right?
I mean, it's always the simplicity is the key. I mean, I see so many complications of these products. Some people will put so many products on their faces and then they will end up injuring their skin barrier. So it's always simplicity.
It's, I guess, because sometimes the products don't even sit well together.
Sometimes
and you're supposed to look that up.
True.
I think that's important because it's trending a lot to do these 12 and
TikToks
15.
and yeah.
And even people like me follow that. So it's good to know that we're not supposed to be putting anything and everything
trying
on our
everything
face.
new. Yeah.
Where do you see the future of aesthetics heading? And we're in an age of AI and tech. Is it tech-driven? Is it holistic? Is it somewhere in between?
It's somewhere in between. Holistic is very important, as well as customized treatments, customized skincare. I think it's heading towards that.
And do you think we'll continue to have newer treatments, better treatments? There's always something new. You get on Insta, you get on TikTok, and there's new treatment, There's lots and lots that's always coming out.
Yes, of course. Innovation is always there, and we are happy to have new things. It's always good.
And in your clinic, do you go with tried and tested or new, or you're a mixture of both, or you'll only ever give out what you can kind of vouch for?
Well, I weigh things. I mean, I check what is new, the new trends, the new machines. I try them on. Like, I don't bring any machine to my clinic before I try and see the results.
Yeah. Okay, we're turning to what I call the rapid fire reflection, so in quick answers. Just give me a straight up answer. What did you wish you know in your 20s? Not that you look anything older than 25 right now, but what did you wish you knew in your 20s?
That failure is not the end. It's just a start.
Fantastic. I like that. What's the biggest myth about success that people hold?
That it starts overnight.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's hard work, unseen hard work.
And you have to keep going.
Keep on
consistency,
going.
Right?
Yes, consistency.
Who do you look up to and why?
I look up to people who can turn obstacles into opportunities.
Fantastic. And what's one quote that you stand by or you find yourself always saying?
Trust the process.
Trust the process, yeah. Worst piece of advice you've ever received in your career?
Yeah, play it safe.
Safe gets you nowhere.
Nowhere.
Comfort zones,
Nowhere.
Yeah? You got it to no risk, no reward.
True.
Describe yourself in 3 words.
I think I am visionary, positive, and disciplined.
And tell us about a personal or professional setback, if you don't mind sharing, that you've learned from the most.
Yeah, trusting too much. Yeah,
Trusting,
I learned to set my boundaries now.
Very, very important. So let's look ahead into the future, Dr. Afaq. What's next for the clinic, for Beyond Skin Clinic? Is there anything new that we can know about? Any new treatments, technologies that our viewers could know about? Any expansions? What are you excited about?
Well, we are thinking of customized skincare, targeted to skin problems. I mean, this is my target now.
So how does that work? I would come in and say, okay, these are my concerns, then you'd kind of put a
For
program
each problem,
me,
program for each
rather
problem.
than just come and say, can I have that?
Exactly. We can
That's
combine
excellent.
treatments and products.
I mean, that's really getting to know your customer in specific and giving
Sure.
them what they absolutely need.
Yes.
That's great. And beyond the clinic, beyond skin, what's your ultimate mission as a doctor, an entrepreneur, and a mentor?
My mission is to build something that is goes beyond me. I mean, legacy of trust, impact. Yeah.
Dr. Afaq, it was an absolute pleasure to have you here today.
Thank
We're
you.
very excited to see what you do with the clinic, and we're very proud of how far you've gone, and I'm sure how far you will go. To our viewers, I encourage you to go and check out the clinic, make your own mind up, get some honest advice, accurate advice about what you need or do not need to look and feel better in yourselves. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.